Welcome in the final countdown. We have made it. I don't know what is going on, but we are wrapping up, and hopefully everybody watching is in your championship. If not, consolation's just as good. Prefer you not get last. That's now the point. If you do have any kind of loser punishment, always brutal to do that. So with that in mind, welcome in. Surprise people leaving or out this week. Mostert popped up. Looks like he's inactive. Actually makes me really nervous for any of the running backs, since really the only one that seems to be healthy is Wilson, but even he got I know it's not as good, but you'd rather not get last. So in any case, shut up, Neil. Like I was saying, the fact that it's between Wilson and Achane makes me a little more nervous. I think I'd probably go Wilson. Achane's also been beat up, but if you're really looking for a home run, it's going to be Achane. The other one that was kind of surprising is Deontay Foreman's out again. Last week they said it was for personal matters. This week there's nothing, so Herbert should be an option for you. A very low option, but he is an option. I really don't like it as an option, but if he's available, might as well roll him out there. Is just part of it. So it's definitely one of the more frustrating weeks. I mean, especially if you're in a hole, because you played against Breece Hall, you played Gibbs, you played against Laporta, you played either the Jets or Broncos defense against Joe Flacco even. CeeDee Lamb, massive game last night. No surprise there yet again. So, yeah. Hey, Skylar, welcome in. All right, picking 2, half point. Man, that's tough. I'm probably going to go White and Cook. It's just safer. There's a lot more upside with Eckler, but it's really tough because I know Broncos really are able to give that up. I'm just worried they're actually going to be able to just stack the box and not and tell Stick to throw it to who? QJ, Everett, but it's brutal. So I'm going to go with the safer plays here and White and Cook. If you're chasing upside, I'd go White and Eckler. Still going to be White. It's just all the volume. Jacob's out again. And so I'm much rather play that. And again, they should be able to run it. And I mean, that's their whole point. They want to run the ball. So I still like Carr the most. I think that's a game that could potentially be the biggest shootout. I wish I could trust Murray more. It's just he doesn't have any weapons to throw to. Really, if you're looking for a flex, it's probably going to be Dortch when you come to wide receivers there, because he had Hollywood Brown's out again. But I'm just so worried. I mean, you need him to throw and run a lot, and I can't trust that. I'd much rather go with Carr against the Buccaneers in a potential shootout. Both teams are missing some key pieces, and Carr's going to have to throw. Also, Kamara potentially being out. That's probably not going to happen. He is dealing with illness now, though. So, yeah, I'm going to go Carr. Yeah. Hey, Polo, you made it. All right. Started defense. Man, that's tough. I mean, it's so hard not to go with the 49ers here. Hal's under center again. He's continuing to get any kind of knockdown and lead the lead in sacks. Also kind of likes to throw picks. So it could be a very easy game. Bears have been on a roll. I just think there's a lot more upside for the 49ers this week. All right, let's see. Golly, that's tough. Still probably gonna go Minshew just because he actually has somebody to throw to. So, Paula, we just appreciate you, man. I hope you have a safe New Year. That's another thing I'm going to talk about later, but we're at the end of the year. It's finally happening. All right, Troy. Pick 3. Oh, no point. Okay. Doesn't change a whole lot. I still think I'm going to go with Pacheco, White, and then I still think Taylor's a safe play here. But yeah, I mean, if you're chasing the upside, I'm probably going to switch out Taylor for Eckler, just because there's the potential that he has to score. He might be seeing all the check down work, which just adds to his yardage. And then for quarterback, I'm going to go Fields. It's an easier matchup, and he is clearly on a roll running. So let's roll with it. All right, Michael. Out of which 2 do you have to start here? It's going to be Olave and Collins for me. If you're worried about Olave, I'm fine rolling out Adams. But Collins just seems like a lock and loaded right now with Stroud. I think he is going to have one of the bigger days. So I'm super excited for it and happy to see Stroud back. So, yeah, that would be how I'd rank those 3. Finally, I guess Rice would be at the end. So, all right, Sean. Pick 2 RBs for the championship. Love it. Okay. It's going to be Zeke and Swift for me. I know Swift doesn't score touchdowns, but this game he actually might because the Cardinals defense is that bad. I like Cook well enough, and I like how he's been used. It's just Patriots. They're always tricky, and it's a divisional game. I just hate it for him, so I'm going to stay away from that. Morning, Mike. Okay. PPR at RB. Okay. It's going to be Chandler. Yeah. They said that last week, and Chandler still dominated the touches. So I'm not too worried about it. I do like Herbert, but it's PPR. The PPR really goes more to Johnson. So I'd much rather go with Chandler, who's going to see most of the work and a lot of the targets. So Biz. Oh, man. Again, it depends what you need. White is clearly the safest play. I'm going to really struggle to not play Collins if he's an option. Because of the fact that he is now getting Stroud back, who's a better passer than anybody he's been playing with. And it's just so much upside. Like, it's so hard. So it's going to be Collins and White. Oh, there you go. Mike Lowry back again. Well, like I said, Hal is back under center, so I'm getting away from McLaurin and moving back into Shaheed in the game that is potentially higher scoring. So getting away from it for sure. So annoying. Standard Etienne or Zeke. It's now Mullins. So I'm probably going to go Etienne. It's close. I don't think you go wrong this week, honestly. It's just the fact that this is standard. Oh, I'm probably going to go Robinson, just on the fact that there's more upside there. And one of the guys, Mike from Monday Show, the waiver show, brought up the fact that a lot of the D linemen for Houston is out, which means that they should be able to actually run the ball. I kind of already adjusted for that. I have Henry almost hitting 100 yards today, but it's hard to get away from it. So I'm going to go Robinson and PPR for more upside. All right, Victor. Start 2, huh? Going to guess is that Debo or Curtis Samuel? Based on the other options, I'm going to say it's Curtis. With Howell under center, I'm still going to go Curtis and Dortch. Of the Broncos wide receiver, I'm going Johnson. Mims is out again. So want to go Bears. I trust them a little more. They're a little more better rounded. I also think that game's a little lower scoring. Rams are going to throw it, so it could easily end up being a shootout. I don't want to trust their defense because it's been really rough. Ooh. They said commit's active, so I'm going to roll commit. TF Strom. All right, picking 2 half. Okay. Oh man, it's probably going to be Chandler and Higgins. If you want to play it safer, I'm fine going Connor here. Just because he has been being used more in the passing game with Brown out, but it's risky. All right, Dennis. Let's see. Full PPR. Brown or Robinson. I'm going to say Robinson. I think it's a lot better matchup. I know Brown has a lot of opportunities. I'm just worried that Stroud comes back and is going to focus more on Collins and getting it done there, and then using Schultz and Singletary. So gonna go with Robinson for that reason. Robinson has been on a roll with scoring and seeing 4+ targets, which also helps. Okay, Daniel. Standard flex. Oh, man. With Stroud playing, I'm going to go roll Collins, but I'm fine rolling Pittman too. Just more worried that Minshew's going to be under a little more pressure than Stroud will be. Okay, Mike, what do you complete, Rice or Adam? With Kamara popping up with an illness, I'd much rather play Adams over him just to be safe. Also, that game, like I keep saying, is potential for a shootout. It's both defenses are really beat up, and so and Lattimore's out, who has been Evans' weakness. So it makes me even more nervous for it. I'd rather just go with Adams here, since I'm not quite sure how much they're going to end up using Kamara. Morning, Anthony. Okay, with Mostert out, is 18 and Mustard even against Ravens? No. Again, I understand people want to do this. It's really risky. There's a ton of upside with it, but we've seen that when everybody's healthy, it's Mostert, then Achane. But with Mostert out, it seems like Wilson is going to get the high value touches. Achane is going to be used more in the passing work. There is still a decent floor. I currently have him at RB22. And Wilson is pretty close behind him. But I'd probably play DK, but it really depends on who your other options are when it comes to Achane. Barkley is just has all the volume, so it's hard to get away from him. And then I know Porter has been playing well, but my more worry for DK is the fact that it's his back, and all it takes is one hit, and that'll ruin his day. So really need to know what your other options are there. Ooh. I'm going to go Godwin, like I kind of touched on. There's a lot more upside in that game. If you just want the floor, Achane's going to be fine. I have him with 12 PPR fantasy points right now. So, and that's without a touchdown. Okay, Dolan. Pick 2, Guillotine League. Ooh. You've made it quite a way if you're in a Guillotine League here. All right. It's going to be Pacheco and probably Chandler. You want to chase the upside, go with Metcalf. It's just, again, like I kind of touched on. He popped up on the injury report with a back. Backs are very easy to re-injure. So a lot of risk involved with it, but also a lot more upside for him. Ooh, it's still going to be Stroud. Like I said, with the D line out, I actually think this game could get a little higher scoring, which actually benefits Stroud a little more. Hillary, welcome in. What is my T. Higgins or Bradley? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Really depends on what you're looking for. Ridley is clearly your safest play here. But right now I actually have Higgins with the most yards of the three, which kind of puts him above. But it could even go up more because, again, Chase is coming in. They say he's going to be active. How active is he going to be? Who actually knows? Is he going to just be a decoy? So I'd actually roll Higgins, but I'm really not too worried about Ridley because of the matchup. So the one I'm most worried about is Smith, just because I really think AJ Brown gets fed this week. He's been needing it and wanting it, and this is a great time for him to. It's Pittman, Dolan. It's not even close. I like DK, but I'm not touching that, man. All right, Max. Let's see. Samir, White, or Chase. Again, depends what you need. White's definitely the safer play. I do think Chase does go and offers a lot more upside just because he has that big playability. But I'd roll out White here. It's just so safe. And then Raiders or Falcons D. I would go Raiders. They're really on a tear and playing pretty well, and they're able to get after the quarterback. Minshew also likes to turn it over, so could be worse. All right, Randy. Purdy or Fields? I think Purdy has a revenge game here. I think he is a little upset that he got shamed on live television, so he's going to come back and play his heart out. So not too worried about it. Think it's a good option. Bill, welcome. Tight end of flex. It's going to be Komet and Dortch. Yeah, if you're worried about the injury, go ahead and roll out Everett. He's going to be fine. Based on how Laporta went last night, he could actually end up being the tight end above him. I actually think he could do better than Laporta. Laporta not scoring last night was a little frustrating, but he had a decent game with, I think, 15 fantasy points. So, all right, Jay. Addison, yeah. Or Myers or Pickens. I'm probably going to roll Addison. I think there's a lot more upside. I'm more scared on Myers. Pickens again. He's an end zone target, but it's a lot of risk involved. Johnson usually is the one that they go to. I just think Pickens had a better game because it was an easy matchup, and Rudolph wanted to give it to the Bengals. So I'd much rather go Addison, but if you're worried about it, roll out Pickens. Hey, Anthony. Welcome. Last show of the year. Thanks. Happy New Year. All right. Standard scoring, Murray or Carr. It's going to be Carr for me, and then Henry. I like them both a lot. Murray, I understand, but it's risky. And Jones, again. Dylan's playing. I just can't trust the guy. And Henry, I know he had a bad game 2 weeks ago, but D-line's out. I'm really thinking he's going to be okay. I have him, like I said, at right about 100 yards. All right, Vance. Congrats. 2 ships. It's going to be Raiders for both defenses on those. And then that's where you get iffy. I think Zeke's your safe play, though. It's just hard to get away from him. And Von Miller's out. So that opens up that running lane even a little more. If you're chasing the upside and you're down right now, play Reed. Just a lot more risk involved with him. Okay, John. PPR, Godwin, DK, Chase. Want to play Chase, but feeling me. I completely understand that. It would really depend on who your pivot would be if Chase is out. Because, again, same issue with DK. He could easily just play a decoy role, which also makes me nervous on him. If you're worried about that, then at that point, that kind of just leaves you with Godwin, who is clearly the safer play. So, hey, Jeremy, Happy New Year. That's what's up. We love to see it. PPR flex help. Chandler, Jones, or Reed. Yeah. It again depends on what kind of hole you're in or not. Chandler is clearly the safe play. He should see a majority of the work. He's going to touch the ball. Reed has a lot of risk because he has been healthy all week. But he also has a lot more upside than Chandler does. because Love's going to have to throw. Their defense is horrible. This could be one of the higher scoring games of the week. There's a lot of thing in Reed's favor. So really depends on what you need here. Happy Sunday, Joseph. All right. Defense points turned up. That a baby. It's going to be Ravens. I know it's scary, but they're actually the better defense. I don't think this game is as high scoring. With Flowers being limited, I think they're really going to try and control the clock and try and keep it away from them as much as they can. And so definitely makes me more nervous. So, okay, Josh, pick 3 or sit 1. I'm going to sit 1. That makes it a little easier. I'm going to sit. It's between Smith and Rice. Or Smith and DK, sorry. And I'm probably going to end up sitting DK just because of health. I'm super nervous on it. So I'd much rather roll that out and hope for the best. Woo. Appreciate it. Enchain is on my bench. We are half. Matchup is even right now. Okay. So you get 2 wide receivers and a flex. So I'm playing 5 of, well, you only have 5 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so you're playing all of them? Maybe that's supposed to be 4, like one of them. Yeah, I'm at that point. I'd probably roll out Achan. I think it's pretty safe. Barkley is more terrifying, but he also sees more work, so it's a little safer. But I like the upside for Achan a lot more. And I'd rather risk it there based on your other options. I mean, you're kind of wanting to make that big swing. So, yeah, so the thing with the Cardinals is that if Dort sees 4+ targets, he hits double-digit fantasy points. With Hollywood Brown being out and them chasing points, I think that's very doable today. So I'm going to go Komet and Dortch. So hope that helps. All right. Achan or Connor. Connor's definitely a safe play. Like I said, they're using him a lot more. He also sees 85% of the work, so I'm sticking with it. All right, Jason. Happy New Year. It's coming up. Connor or White. Going to go White here. It's just the fact that he sees all the workload and they want to run the ball. I can't believe I'm saying it because I would assume that I would play Connor a lot of the year, but right now White's just so hot. He could very easily get the title of league winner. Much like Njoku has kind of grasped that spot. So against any defense that I'm not too scared of against the run and all the uses that how they use White, I'm rolling him out. Morning, J-Lip. Need to, huh? I'm going to go Swift and Singletary here. Good matchups, safe plays. Swift is also has a lot of upside. I think he can actually score today. Have a bet on it. So here we're going. We're hoping for the best. But we're going to see what we can do. And those are the 2 that I would roll with. If you want more upside, you can go to Achan. I can't bring myself to do it. All right, Kyle Kelsey. Let's see. Half point for the championship. Ooh. Play it safe, man. Roll out Singletary here. If you're in a hole, you can roll Achan. It terrifies me. It's really what it comes down to. All right, pick 2. White and God, I really want to go Adams here. It's between Adams and Zeke. I felt like we did this again. I think that those were the options. Want to play it safe? It's Zeke and White. If you want the upside, it's going to be White and Adams. So need some major help. Lost Jacobs, yeah. Oh my gosh. Um, honestly, I would roll Herbert. I think he's a safe play here. Charbonnet's splitting with Walker. I don't love that. Wilson would be my next go to. A lot of opportunity there with Mostert being out and could easily end up being the one that we've seen. McDaniel actually likes him a lot. So if he is a healthy back, he could easily just dominate that role, which is also why I'm a little nervous on Achane, who continues to be beat up. So really depends what you need. I'd go Herbert because I think it's a safe play. Neutral game script should really lean on him. All right, Santiago, Achane or Eckler. White's the safest play of everybody here. And after that, if you're chasing upside, I'm probably going to go Achane. I just hate the matchup against the Ravens. If it's anybody else, I'd be more willing to play him. But it's just the Ravens have been very good on defense. And so Jags or KC, I'm going to. I don't like either of those. I'm pretty sure I have the Chiefs ranked higher. I just don't trust the Jags D. All right. So hopefully that helps. Clear as mud. All right, Damien. Welcome. Chargers, Falcons, Jags, Rams. Oh my gosh. It's really a toss-up between the Falcons and Rams. I would probably go the Falcons as an actual decent defense. Rams are just beat up, and they really need this game to be something they can try and control. So Falcons. D-Man, congrats on your championship. You're making it. We're here. Hopefully get money if at least if you're first or second, because that's always a benefit too. Flex spot. It's going to be Reed if you're chasing upside. Otherwise, I'm fine rolling out Harris. Seattle isn't a good run D, so I think Harris gives you a real safe floor. Don't trust Walker. Been beat up. Wasn't even sure he's going to play. And splitting with Charbonnet, not worth it to me. All right, Zach. Let's see. Chandler Chuba. Chuba's also been beat up, so I'm gonna go Chandler here. I know. I'm I'm just so nervous that he takes a bad hit and is out again. Rather just roll Chandler. All right, Kyle Mustard. Oh, that's fun. Achane or Jones. Again, it's probably more upside with Achane, so I'd roll that way. I also just am terrified to play Jones. I know Packers should be using him, but it's so much risk involved. I can't bring myself to do it. And by time, if you haven't already hit up importantnonsense.com, you can get this awesome cup. Help support us. All right, Anthony. Just enough time for questions to change here. Let's see. Shark, Slayton, London, Robinson. I'm not Robinson versus San Fran. It's a no. He's barely getting healthy here. Drake London is interesting as it's going to be Heineke again. So he's probably a pretty good option. I just hate the matchup with the Bears. So I'm okay with either Shark or Slayton. I think they both have a lot of upside. I have Shark ranked higher because Jacksonville secondary is not good and continue to give it up. So I'd much rather go that way. I like Slayton, but again, I don't know who they're going to throw to, how that offense is going to run. It terrifies me. I'd expect them to feed Wandale, but they never do. I think Waller's has a really good matchup, so that'd be who I think has the biggest boost. But I'm probably going to roll Shark for upside and London for floor. So it really depends what you need. All right, Kyle. Oh, yeah. Do that stack, baby. Mayfield, that's going to be a higher scoring game. I also just don't trust Kyler. He hasn't really given me any reason to. And Hollywood Brown is out again. So not touching that one. Not happen. All right, Damien. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm probably going to go JSN. We've already kind of touched on the fact that DK's beat up. Think it's a easier matchup. Gives him the opportunity. If you're worried about it, you can roll Johnson. He'll be fine. I just think there's a lot more upside potential for JSN, and he's really come on. This could easily be one of the bigger breakout games for him since he hasn't really had it yet. So that would be how I lean. Man, I just love that picture. It really makes me think of Morro Bay. Almost looks like the big rock over there. All right. Ooh, you get points per first down. That's nice. You're probably going to go Goddard and oh my gosh, I would go Gainwell. Oh, I guess it's a flex. I'd go Robinson then. I mean, I get Kraft. I really like Kraft a lot. I actually trust him more than Goddard because the fact that they don't really have anybody else to throw to. I just really don't like the idea of rolling him out as a flex. But I also don't like your flex option currently. So all right, Tamara. Yeah. Yeah, just because I like Mingo, but I'm terrified of how like I said, Panthers scare me when it comes to how they distribute the ball. I think Mims being out and it being Judy, I think Johnson offers the best option. Also, the fact that it's going to be Stidham, who has been working with Johnson already. And the Chargers secondary being absolute trash. Joey Bosa is out. Allen is out. Like they should be very easily able to pass the ball and not have any issues. So I think there's a lot more upside for Johnson. I just think he's so much safer when it comes to in comparison to Mingo. And then for defense, touched on it a little bit. Texans D line's beat up, so I'm going to go Seahawks there. But don't love either of those. Sorry. All right, Josh. Komet or likely? It's going to be Komet. I understand that Flowers is going to be limited, which kind of boosts likely, but I also don't love the matchup. So if you're chasing upside, fine, rolling likely. I just don't think he is as safe as Komet is right now. All right, J-Lip. Tua or Kyler? Really depends. I'm probably going to go Tua just because he still has Tyreek and Waddle playing. But you also just saw what they did to the 49ers, and that makes me a little more nervous on him. I like Kyler, but he just hasn't done anything. And so I'd much rather just go to it and hope for the best here. Good luck, J-Lip. That's a tough one. Mike Lowry back again. It's going to be JSN and Shaheed. Wish I could trust Hal to get it to McLaurin more, but he doesn't until it's too late. And then he pops up with enough double-digit points. And Brown, like I said, I think Schultz and Singletary are more beneficiary with Stroud coming back than Brown is. All right. So. All right, Joseph. Robinson is a safe play. He's the one who continues this kind of score. But I'm also fine with Kraft. I really don't think you go wrong. I just don't love the other options as much. Your other options weren't super. So PSP Pence 89, Myers McLaughlin. I'm assuming these are the kickers, and at this point, I would go probably McLaughlin, but golly, that's brutal. I have to see. All right, Thomas. White, Zeke. Guessing it's just one, and I'm assuming it's PPR. Have them all ranked almost identically. but I have. Let me see. I think I have Zeke. Yeah, Zeke. I think is a high. Nope. It's White. Dang it. Yeah, I have White the highest of them. So it's gonna be White for me. All right, Josie. Let's see. Chandler or Nico. It's not PPR. I'm chasing the upside in yardage here. It's gonna be Nico. Too much potential for me. All right, Damien. Let's see. McLaurin, Pickens, Thielen, pick one. At this point, I might go McLaurin. I think he's the safest option of them. After that, if you want the upside, it's going to be Pickens. But I'm terrified of all of those options, to be honest with you. All right, cool. Levis or Heineke? It's probably going to be Levis. It's an easier matchup. So yeah, I'll roll Levis here. Gives you more upside. Just terrified of Heineke. All right, Josie. It's the Raiders. You're welcome and Happy New Year. Good luck. Raiders have a good matchup, so I'm pretty excited for them. All right, Jake. Started Lamb, that a baby, and Laporta. Here we go. Need a wide receiver 2 and a flex. It's going to be Evans. Then you can just kind of play it safe after that. I think you can go with McBride actually. But do you want to roll the dice and see if you can hit some pay dirt with a high upside? Roll out Addison. I mean, Diggs also at this point, usually this is the game that he would explode on before going quiet again. But I really think if Addison's going, he's going to be fine for fantasy. So been slowly adjusting people all morning. All right. Looks like we have some time. We're getting closer to kickoff. Thank you all so much for joining us. Haven't already joined our Discord. We have a lot of stuff coming up for the next year. Pretty excited for it. I will clearly be reviewing movies like I like to do in Discord. And if you like to bet, Friday shows are still going to be going on with Mason and Vishal. They will be giving you tons and tons of betting advice through the Super Bowl. They continue to rock it and do so much for our little website that we absolutely love and appreciate all of you. So definitely, if you haven't, make sure you hop on Fridays or join the Discord and get to see them for free. Or see them in there, I guess, not for free. All right, Gabe and Jessica, Sarah. Let's see. Need 2 of the 3. It's going to be White and Pacheco. I like Williams enough, but Chargers run defense has been better. Linebackers are doing okay against the run and actually preventing bigger plays. So I also expect them to really just tear us up. So, oh my gosh, spiting for the first time in what feels like forever. Welcome in, Soaring Eagle. It's going to be Carr. I think he offers the most upside. If you want to play it safe, you can play Stafford, but I just think Carr right now is so much higher for me. 15 minutes. We are almost ready for kickoff. I can't believe it, man. It's been another good year. Really appreciate you all so much. But yeah, all these injuries kind of suck. I feel bad this year. If this is your first year in fantasy, we continue to say it. We're sorry. It's brutal. I don't love it for anybody. All right, Jeff. Pick 2, huh? It's going to be White and Chandler. They're just safer. I also hate the matchup for Devon. It's brutal versus the Ravens, and the fact that he's not 100% makes me even more nervous. But I just have Chandler and White both significantly higher. So Brandon, you're killing me. I'm still gonna go Chuba. I think he's just safer and more likely to score. Just so nervous he gets beat up. Dealing with injury, so much rather roll him out and just see how it goes. PPR, play 2, Nico, DK, Chandler. Depends what we need. Collins is for sure playing for me. And if you're chasing the upside because you played a stack of the good players that have gone this week, go DK. Otherwise, I'm fine rolling Chandler here. He offers a much safer floor than DK does with the potential injury. Ooh, Hunter Henry's out for sure. So that brings Mike Gesicki into play. I have to move him up. Probably right. All right, Strouderfield. Nightmare, welcome back. Thank you for coming. It's going to be Stroud. Just think that game could actually be a shootout. I'm more worried that the Bears-Falcons are time possession game, and I hate those. It's going to be real slow. Or Bears are going to get up really quickly and then run it. Hey, Daniel, welcome. Last week, Schultz, Taysom, Kraft. Oh my gosh. It's between Schultz and Kraft, and I'm probably gonna go Kraft just because it's a little safer. It's close with Schultz, honestly, and then I'm going to go. It's PPR, so I'm picking Jefferson and Rice. I like Mixon, but I do think that they're going to have to throw it a little more than normal. Yeah, I still have Kraft and Schultz above them right now. I have Kraft at 13 and Schultz at 12. So they're literally back to back. All right, Justin, pick 2 RB, 1 flex. So I'm getting 3 out of these. It's going to be Pacheco, White, and then I'm going to chase upside here and go Reed. If you don't want to do that, roll out Chandler and you'll be fine. But I like to swing for the fences. That a baby? There we go. Yeah. Love it. I'm glad we can help you out, my Nightmare. That's awesome. I would probably go Zeke. Well, I don't know. I still like upside more, so I'd probably go Adams, but it's so tough with you having a lead. I just want to play Zeke because it's so much safer. So I would probably, because I can't help myself and I'm greedy. Much as you can see, if you guys follow my parlays, I try and go for home runs. I would play Adams here. $10 minutes. We're almost done. Appreciate you guys so much. What does Steve use to trip now? Oh, jeez. Brutal. Oh, Paul, love the jokes. You're welcome, Nightmare. I'm glad you guys hung around with me. I know I can be a pain, but we are just always trying to help as much as we can. Always a goal. Try and win championships. We've finally made it this far. Whether it was spite me or in spite of me, we're here. So pretty excited for everybody. It's been fun this year. A lot of changes. So Polo brought it up. If you haven't, make sure you join the Discord. It's a good time. More nuggets that Steve likes to drop, that Mike likes to bring in. We talk about a lot of different things. We do waiver wire. We do start to sit. Clearly have betting lines in there. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. But it's been another good year. So as we wind down and get out of here, hope everybody drives safe. If you are somebody who enjoys it a little too much and needs me to, I will Venmo you to make sure that you Uber home, because it terrifies me. I'd much rather you guys be safe, and they're much rather you guys just, stay alive. Keep yourself safe, keep others safe. It's one thing that has really affected my life is drunk driving. So I want to make sure that people are safe, especially at this time of year, because I know it is very tempting to just drive home. But try and make good decisions. Uber if you can. So, all right, Tristan. Flowers are Hubbard. They said Flowers is on a snap count. That makes me really nervous for him. I already just thought they were going to try to run the ball a lot. So I'd go Hubbard here and just hope he scores. All right, Josh. Rice, Ridley, Jones, Brown with Stroud. Need 4 and upside. Oh no. Yeah, that's brutal. Going to go with Rice then. Think he gives you that in between area of floor and upside. Think the Bengals game could get out of control and could be a lot of fun, especially if Chase plays and Snead is out. That could be a big game changer. Love or Murray? Love. He's actually been on a roll and playing pretty well. Think there's a lot of opportunity there. So much rather roll him out. Outside of that, looks like we're almost out of here. Okay. Yeah. Really, like I said, appreciate you guys. Riz and gals. Sorry, didn't want to give a nondescript verb, but or adjective, not verb. Golly, Riz. We're going to go back to here. It's Pacheco. He was in concussion, so he wasn't actually any issue when it comes to his physical health. I think it's a good matchup for him. Bengals actually really suck against the run. Chiefs also can't really throw it to anybody. So Pacheco is a better option. I'd much rather roll him out there and have him ranked higher. All right, Kyle. Ooh. This is a point where Hopkins has the upside, but Achane has the floor. It's kind of surprising. Levis has kind of been willing to throw it. It just, if Hopkins actually catches it or if they're catchable balls, really will be the determinant of how successful he is. So much rather go Achane there. Hey, Paul. 49ers. I like the matchup a little more. Bills don't have Von Miller again, and so that defense can be carved up, especially if they decide to run it, which they should, and really check it down to Zeke. That could be a big issue because that's kind of what the Bills want them to do. So that slow pace of play could be an issue. 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I need to drop him. But yeah, again, Happy New Year. Super appreciative of all of you who have liked and subscribed and been with us along this journey. Been a blast. But again, last minute questions. Now is your time. Kevin, perfect timing. It's gonna be McBride. He's literally like the one player that you can trust for the Cardinals. So Bradley. Yeah, that's tough. still think Connor's safe here with Brown out. He's been seeing an uptick in targets. So that's really a toss-up, though, because at this point, we've seen Eckler 1 week without a coach, and he saw a decent uptick. He was still splitting carries, but that's kind of to be expected. It wasn't as big of a split as it had been. They actually fed him a little bit. With so many people out, he might have more upside. So if you're chasing the upside, it's Eckler. So if you're like me, I chase that upside, it would be Eckler. Yeah. Again, continue to say it. You guys are literally the only reason we do this is to help with these decisions, try and get you to the championship. And like I said, good luck. We appreciate it. Continue to bring it up. Locked in Friday nights. Our guys will do betting from now until the Super Bowl. So they'll give you good lines. They've been on a roll. They continue to do a great job. Nailed the Lions plus 5.5 last night. That was a big one. So it's been a good time and really appreciative of all you. See? Friday nights, 8. Oh, it's at 8. Okay. But got some stuff in the works for you for the off season. Probably be back again for March Madness. That dude named Billy. Oh man, good options. I really like them both. I would probably go the Raiders. Just because Minshew's more turnover prone. Broncos are gonna be fine. I just don't like stick. I don't think it really has gonna do a whole lot. I'm nervous for him. He's gonna just get it to whoever is open and not make a whole lot of mistakes. I'm pretty sure he learned a lot in that first game versus the Raiders. So, gonna roll the Raiders though, because they like to beat up on people. All right. That in mind, again, appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good 2024. Hope you are safe today for 2023, the last day. And yeah, it's been a blast. Hopefully you'll be back next year. Hope you all win your championship. We would love to hear it. Send us a message on Discord or not at Nonsense FF on Twitter, or you can always yell at me on FLA or Twitter as well. thatFFnerd everywhere. But yeah, I love to hear that you guys win. Always a good time to know that and really appreciate it. So we'll get out of here. Hope you all have a good championship game because there's no games tomorrow. So enjoy today, recover tomorrow, be safe, and remember, as always, to keep up the nonsense.